to my YouTube channel if this is the first time of seeing this face. My name is Adalia Marsha. Today we're doing a get to know me video. I know it's been long overdue, but thank you for bearing with me and thank you for being patient with me. If you hear any funny sounds, it's actually raining. For those ones who follow my channel, I'm a newly postpartum mother. So I just grabbed the opportunity when I saw my daughter was sleeping and my older daughter is also preoccupied somewhere, and I just took a shower and I was like, why don't I quickly record the get to know me video? And then I was like, but time. But luckily for me, I didn't have to do much. I slapped on some red lipstick. I did nothing else on my face, literally. And yeah, so I look like I did something, but I literally didn't. It didn't take me much time. So I quickly want to do this get to know me before my baby wakes up. And if you happen to hear any funny sounds in the meantime, it's because I'm recording while it's raining, because I don't have any other time. If it's really bad, I'll not post this, but hopefully it's good enough for you guys to hear me and to follow along easily. Okay, question 1. My name, as I said, is Sadalia. That is my official name. Marsha is my middle name and Kabwana is my surname. But since I've been married, my married surname is Shilongo. I haven't changed my names yet. I'm actually leaning towards doing a double surname. I just feel that's why I've been stalling to change my surname, just because I want to keep my maiden name, but I want to add on my husband's surname, which he doesn't have a problem with. He's a very liberal person. Okay, so that is my names. So on my YouTube handle, you will see it is Sadalia _ Marsha. Those are actually my two names. I didn't want to add any surname because my surnames would make my name super long, and I think it would then cause for just complicate things on YouTube, that you guys can't find me, or it's difficult to find me because I have these long surnames. So yeah, that's my name, my middle name and my surname. I am 34 years old. So question 2, how old am I? I'm 34 years old. I'm a mother of 2 children now. As I mentioned, that I'm postpartum. I just gave birth to a baby girl in January and it's February currently. That's why I had to use this time quickly before she wakes up and before she needs me 24/7. She's really still a newborn. I'm her only source of food at the moment. So yeah. Another question, let's see. What are your favorite values in friends? My favorite value in a friend is loyalty. I think if you have my back when I'm there and when I'm not there, that's really all I can ask for a friend, and that's really all I can offer to a friend. I mean many other things, but loyalty for me is the most telling tale whether you are really my friend or you are not. What is your best trait? My best trait is, what is my best trait? I think I'm very headstrong. Hi Kitty, you want to be part of the video? Oh my gosh, this is my son Kitty. He just loves me so much, and I just love him too. I'm obsessed with him. Yeah, so anyway, what was I saying? My best trait is that I am very headstrong. My husband calls me stubborn, but I would say I'm very headstrong. I'm not a difficult person, but things need to make sense. A rule needs to make sense for me to follow it. I just don't follow any kind of rule that doesn't make sense, which makes it a little difficult to work with me, especially if you are my superior. Ooh, I'm putting myself in trouble here, ne? Especially probably if you are my superior. But I mean, if you do things right, you will not have any problem with me. But if you just want to come up with all kinds of rules willy-nilly, you're going to have to explain to me how, why, and when, you know, so that it makes sense to my mind to be able to follow. Otherwise, you will have trouble making me follow your rules. But in that, I think that's my best trait because I'm not a pushover. What is the funniest moment from high school? Guys, what was the issue? Aha! Oh my god, I laughed. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, so I had a friend. I had a couple of classmates. Let's call them classmates. Now there was this guy. One day there was a random fight happening, like just behind the wall, close to the class. So one of the guys was beating this girl, like fists in her face and clapping her and what. But she just stood like a statue, you know, as if it's not hurting her, as if she's not fazed. And he was getting her, he was going for it. It was many punches, you know. And we were like, what the heck is going on? You know, we were appalled by his behavior. He's a boy after all. But you know, I shouldn't laugh because this is just wrong. But the funny part was when he was done hitting on her, like he gave her probably 20 punches. I'm not exaggerating. But when he was done there, she lifted her hand and gave him one punch. And it, guys, I've never seen a scene like that. It looked like a scene from a movie. She slap punched the dust out from under his feet. It's very wrong to laugh about that, but it was the most hilarious thing I have ever seen. I mean, aside from the fact that it was violence, guys, it's violence, so it shouldn't be funny, right? But it was just hilarious. I couldn't believe that she stood there like a statue, as if she doesn't feel a thing. Meantime, meantime, she was just waiting for him to finish so she could slap the hell out of him. And saying, Kela, this is not right. I'm so sorry, there. Yeah, but it was hilarious, guys. I can't tell you how much I laughed about that. I mean, everybody else had.
A few moments later.
Yeah, so as I was saying, it was really funny because of the way that she seemed to not be affected, and then with the effectiveness of her one blow. Yeah, I found it funny, and I'm really the type of person that when I find something funny, it replays and replays in my mind, which makes it difficult for me to not sit and giggle for the rest of the day. I guess that's just, you know, part of who I am. I'm not condoning violence. I am only stating that literally it was the most hilarious thing that I saw in high school. It was high school things. So yeah, it's not cute, but it was funny. At least to me, that was. What was your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday was a time I went to Thailand with a couple of girlfriends. It was my favorite holiday because it was just a time in my life where it was all about me. I was in my hot girl era. I was fit, I was happy, I was single. I was just doing life on my terms, and we went to Thailand. We tried all these exquisite and new cuisines and tried Thai beer and swam with dolphins. It was just the best time of my life, and I'm so glad that I got to experience that before becoming a mother and settling down, because I don't have that feeling of I missed out on life, you know. I feel like I lived my life, and it was chef's kiss. I can't wait to take my husband and my children back to Thailand. It's really such a beautiful place. What is your favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant that gets me full and happy, and I feel like it's my money's worth is Spur, because it's affordable and the food is delicious. Simply put, the food is delicious and it's affordable, and it's a family vibe. I'm all about family. I love the fact that the kids can be entertained and the adults can have their time, and I like the aesthetic in the place. I like how it looks, I like how it feels, and I like what it reminds me of. It reminds me of home. What is an interesting fact about you, i.e. me? What is interesting about me?
A few moments later.
Well, I was in a car accident when I was very small, and I went from not walking to not being able to walk, and the doctor said I would never walk again, and here I am walking. I don't think you would know that by, like, there was just really no way that you would know that I was literally paralyzed and now I can walk. So if that doesn't tell you about God, I don't know what will. What is your spirit animal? My spirit animal is a dolphin. I just feel like maybe I was a dolphin in my past life. I love the ocean. It gives me calm. I love dolphins. I think I mentioned the reason I love Thailand and that being my favorite holiday is because I got to swim with the dolphins. So I feel like we know each other from a past life, me and the dolphins. So that's my spirit animal. Did you go to college? Yes, I did. I went to the University of Namibia. I finished school in 2007 and I finished and graduated university in 2013. So I did a Bachelor of Honor in clinical psychology and English studies. I did a major in clinical psychology and a minor in English studies. That is my first degree. And then I studied again. I'm a teacher by profession. So I studied for my diploma in teaching, which is what I currently hold as a teacher. I have a diploma in junior primary. How long was your longest relationship? My longest relationship, real talk, was about 8 years. That was my bestie. We were really good. We were really good friends. I think the friendship part is what kept us together for so long. It's just somebody that got you, you know, or that gets you, that is your friend, that's kind to you, that's kind to your heart, that's considerate of how they treat you and how they make you feel. I think that type of thing is what allowed for the longevity of the relationship. But plus it was my first love. Yeah, so it was about 8 years. We're really good friends, not besties as we were in a relationship, but we're decent friends. We look out for each other, we wish each other the best. You know, they have their family now and I have my family now, so it's all good, it's all love. What was your first job? My first job was a call center operator. I worked in call center for Bank Windhoek. PLP was an outsourced company that did the call center for Bank Windhoek. So I worked there as a call center operator. Thank you for calling Bank Windhoek. Sedalia speaking. How may I help you? I still remember. I still got it. If you could change one bad habit of yourself, what would it be? One of my bad habits is that I'm an overthinker. My mind doesn't want to shut its mouth. Like, just close your mouth, let's sleep. It doesn't want to do that. It's just on and on and on and on. I'll be sleeping and then I'll be thinking of stuff. What did I not do? What still needs to be done? You know, I just overcomplicate things by the way that my mind continuously goes on, and I needed to keep quiet and let me sleep sometimes. I'm really working on it currently, and I feel like it's really working because I feel like I'm really overthinking a lot less, but it's taking me having to educate myself constantly, read self-help books, listen to audiobooks, which is what I'm doing, but I wish I didn't have that issue of overthinking. What is your most memorable childhood memory? I remember when I was a child and my mother would wake up very early in the morning. My mother, by the way, was a lady that would wake up super early but always be late. The taxis or the cars or whoever that has to pick her up was always toot toot, beep beep, and it was a stress and a fight for her to get out the door. And I see that is actually something that I struggle with. I can wake up one time and I will still manage to be late. But I refuse and I rebuke. 2024, I'm going to be on time every day. I don't want to be late again. Okay, let me not get off the topic. My most memorable moment is my mother doing her makeup. Like, I just saw such a transformation from plain Jane to like this, wow. Just how beautiful she became, right? The transformation. Like, she's beautiful, but the transformation when she did her makeup and her hair, and when she's done with her outfit, how she looked and how she lifted her shoulders, how it just brought her back to herself, you know. I loved seeing that as a child, and it's my fondest moments. This is why, as a woman, I'm not the most slay queen, whatever, but I'm definitely going to make sure I bother with myself. I'm gonna put on some makeup. I'm gonna put on some lipstick. I don't go to work barefaced. Even just for work, I have to put on a little something. I don't do much, but that little something. I just feel like if my daughter sees me in that same light as I saw my mother getting ready and just getting into herself, just showing up for herself, it's empowering, and I love that memory of her. How many siblings do you have? Oh, okay. So I have 4 sisters and I have 4 brothers. So we are 8. What? I have 4 sisters, so it means 5. And then, so we are 9 children from both my mother and my father. 4 from my mother, and 5 from my mother, and 3 from my father, exclusively with his new wife. Yeah, so we are 9 altogether, my siblings. Where did you grow up? I grew up in the small town of Okahanja. Yeah, I grew up in Okahanja. Federsdal. Yeah, that's basically where I grew up. What social media platform do you use the most? I use probably, should I say Instagram? Probably Instagram. Because I read a lot of my inspirational quotes from Instagram, and I always like posting it on WhatsApp. A lot of the times I'll be posting on WhatsApp and I never go through WhatsApp statuses. It will be really a very rare occasion that I watch any WhatsApp statuses. I don't have time. I feel like WhatsApp, it's just too much time to be checking people's statuses. When there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's TikTok. There's so many things. There's your emails to check. There's your life to live. Where do you get time to sit and watch everybody's daily doings on WhatsApp? I can't. I don't know why, but actually I do. Once upon a time I had this little fling friend, and we broke up, and 5 minutes later he was there chilling with my other friends. It was our friends that we had in common, and they were just chilling and acting like nothing is wrong. They're just living their best life. People, if a social media platform makes you feel some type of way, just discontinue it. I said that, yeah, that WhatsApp issue hurt my feelings. That specific person at that time, this was now before I'm married, but when that happened, I just was like, I'm not even gonna watch. Why should I even watch somebody's WhatsApp status? I'm never gonna do it again, and plus, I find it to be time consuming, and it's not worth it. I really don't. I don't check WhatsApp statuses. To answer your question, to answer that question, Instagram is probably where I am at the most. Between Instagram and Facebook, let's be fair. Yeah, between Instagram and Facebook. When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? When is the last time I embarrassed myself? Yo, I can't remember the time that I embarrassed myself. The thing is, I'm too grown to be embarrassed these days. I just don't see anyone to put me in a position where I'm dying, blushing, and be. Oh, okay. So I remember a couple of years ago, I went to Natus in Kabitura those years. I don't know. Oh yeah, we were at the Teachers Resource Center, and I was somewhere across the street. I think the taxi dropped me that side of the street, and then I wore a very pink underwear that specific day. Then there was one dude that just was like, hey, like with his hand, like, hey, you know, like showing me with his hand there at my crotch area. And I'm like, what kind of at home? What's a slechte manier? Like, what's just wrong with this dude? What type of bad manners are those? I got some type of attitude. He was like, yeah, check. And I was like, how rude. And I walked with a little, you know, and then I didn't even want to give him the satisfaction of me actually looking where he's showing, because I felt like he was just being disrespectful and, you know, just low down. Meantime, the uncle was trying to tell me that my zip with my very bright panty was even a little big, bruh. I don't know why. It was sort of puffing out of my jean, like, I'm here, I'm pink, I'm bright, and I'm pulling people's eyes here. So a second guy was like, hola, check Joe, pointing at my crotch again. I was like, what's wrong with these people? And then I looked to my crotch, and there was my big bright pink underwear, just puffing out, like, seemed like it had some air bubbles. It was just out there. Yeah, I was embarrassed that day. I would say I was embarrassed that day, but this was years ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago. But if I can remember an embarrassing day, it was probably that. I was embarrassed because of my stubbornness. I didn't want to check, because the first guy was just actually trying to tell me that I had a little bit of an issue with it. So yeah, I was embarrassed for myself, that my stubbornness, and it was just embarrassing. How many languages do you speak? I speak 2 languages, English and Afrikaans. That's all. And we can also answer the question, what tribe am I? I am a Buster Caprivian, meaning my mother is a Buster lady and my father is a Caprivian uncle, and the two of them made a Buster Caprivian, me, and so that is my culture. I was raised more Buster, as you can maybe tell, than Caprivian, but I think since my mother passed on early in life, the Caprivian side, I've learned a lot from my Caprivian culture also now, after her passing. So yeah, but I love both cultures. They're both unique and I identify with both cultures. What is your favorite book? My favorite book that I love, and I listen to it on audio over and over, and this year I didn't listen to it yet, but definitely I will. It's called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel. That book is life-changing. That's all I can say. It's life-changing. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I have 2 favorite Namibian YouTubers. One is Vicky. You guys know her with her long Zimbabwean surname. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I like her because we have a lot in common. We're both mothers and wives, and also she's a little spiritual, which helps me, you know, sometimes when you're not feeling in the mood, and sometimes when your husband is working on your last nerve and you're just feeling angry and you don't want to forgive and you want to hold on to resentment. There was one day I was so resentful towards him for something that he did, and when I watched her video, she was just praying on that spirit of resentment and the spirit of unforgiveness, and I was like, oh, thank you for this prayer, speech, whatever. It changed my attitude in that day, and so I like to watch her lifestyle. It's nice. It's mom content, so I appreciate that. And the second one I like is Danica Shikulo, I think. Yeah, Danica Shikulo is her name. She's young and she's cute and she's down to earth and she's soft spoken. She's just, I like her. And this, for some reason, I just like her vibe. I like her energy. I like her innocence. She's naughty but very much still innocent. She reminds me of my younger self. So I like watching her vlogs from time to time. Yeah, those are my two favorites. But there's also Zizi from South Africa that I like, and a couple of more. But for Namibians, those are my peoples that I like to watch. Okay, and this is my daughter Sky. Why would people ask how many boyfriends or girlfriends have you had? That's crazy to ask. In my defense, I told you that my longest relationship was about 8 years. So I think if you calculate in those 8 years, I've had 3 prior relationships before I met my husband. So in a nutshell, they are all 4 together. 4 people that can claim to know me, like have had a relationship with me. What's my favorite drink? My favorite drink is water. It always has been. Especially when I was in my fit girl era, I just feel like nothing tastes as nice as water. But like literally, nothing tastes as nice as water. Then you find people saying they hate the taste of water. I find that crazy because water is literally the nicest tasting thing. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think water is my favorite drink. Water is definitely my favorite drink because it's just the best thing that I've ever tasted. Where a liquid is concerned, there's no drink that trumps water. Nothing. You cannot tell me nothing. Nothing at all. Okay guys, so I think I tackled so many questions, and I think that by the end of this you should have a little bit of an idea of who I am and what I'm all about. I will have another Q&A, if you will, in future. So if there's any other questions you guys would know that I didn't tackle today, please do write them down in the comment section. I may find another way or create another video for you guys. I might create a part 2, you never know, if the interest is there. And just to tackle unanswered questions that I might have missed today. So yeah, that concludes today's informal get to know me video. As you can see, my child is in the video, my cat was in the video, and in the middle of the video the electricity went off, literally. So yeah, but that's life, hey. And I'm just the type of person that doesn't really care much about those kinds of things. It doesn't affect my life. I don't get affected by many things so easily. I'm very simple kind of person. But yeah, so if you like this video, please press the like button. And if you like this type of content, if you like my kind of content, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button. I do mom vlogs, lifestyle, baby, children, house, animals, life, work, everything, basically, most things. So yeah, if you're interested in following along on this journey with me, feel free to subscribe to the channel, give a like, show your support, write down a comment if you like the video, and then thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.